Hello, online crew. How you going today? Sorry, I'm still a bit hoarse today, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here to talk to you about how do you build a brand when you've got no success yet. You feel like you're a nobody, you've had no results yet, and yet you're trying to build this brand online and you've got a lot of doubts about it, or you think you don't have the credibility because you don't have the success behind you to pull it off. So it's really important to have this kind of discussion because a lot of you will feel this way. And guess what? A few years ago when I started this page, well, I started the page and then didn't do a lot with it for a few months and then decided to get my act into gear. I was no different to you. No results online, no success with building a business online, but started a page talking to people about social media and stuff like that. So I was no different to you and might be feeling it now back then in who's going to listen to me? Who am I? I don't have any skills in this area. I don't have any sort of results to speak of as far as sort of recruiting online. So I kind of felt like a bit of a fraud and didn't know if it was going to be achievable. Started doing Facebook Lives, no one's really watching, or there might be a few people watching, but no one's commenting or engaging. It's like, what am I doing? Is this ever going to work for me? So I'm here to share with you today, there is no difference between me and you, if you feel this way, other than I'm a few steps ahead of you because I've been doing it longer. Okay? That's all it is. So hang in there, trust in the process, and believe that it can be done even if you don't have many or any results yet. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay? So I hope you're going to find this live useful because this is something that comes up quite often. Who's going to listen to me? I don't have any results. And that self-doubt creeps in. And that's a killer. That'll kill you before anything does, is that, self-doubt. Okay, so welcome. My name is Helen Martin. If we have not met before, I'm your online crew captain, and I am here of service to our amazing online crew community. We've got entrepreneurs, home-based business owners, those in online marketing, digital marketing, network marketing, all of the above, and we're learning to leverage social media to build our business online. So we've got lots of opportunities when it comes to social media and the online world. There's billions of people out there that we can get access to. We just got to learn how to do it strategically through an attraction way rather than a pushy way so you can get the results that you want in your business. So that's what we do here. So I am going to say hello to a few people. Who have we got here? Hello, Heather. How are you? Good to see you on. Hello, Susan. Good to see you here. Hello, Anya. How are you? Long time no see. Happy 2020. I know. 2020, brand new year. Brand new decade, guys. Brand new decade. Make the most of it. Hi, Mel. Hi, Edith. I'm back and you're back. Good to see. We've got Heather on. Yes, we got Lillian. How are you? We got May. Heather's saying hello to everyone, which is lovely. Hello, Gloria. Squeaky toy. Is that what I sound like? A squeaky toy? Yeah, hopefully it'll get better soon. Hello, Katrin. Awesome to see you here. I haven't seen you on live for ages. What time is it in your part of the world? Katrin's in Germany, so I'm not sure what time it is in your world. Hello, Matthew. How are you? Judy and Bob, hello. People are saying hello to each other, which is awesome. We got Beth. Anchor. You can't find the anchor emoji yet. That's okay. Did I get those right? Yeah, so the palm tree is for our community. The cruise ship is for our coaching community. We've got the little fish as well for our free Facebook group, which some of you may be watching from. So I'm broadcasting on my page, my business page, as well as my free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. So that's the little fish. But yes, you got the anchor and or the cruise ship, and the anchor is if you're a life member. Hello, Laurie. So Laurie's got all the emojis going on there. It will work eventually, Helen. Yes. I couldn't see my comments earlier. Here, do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Yes, not being an influencer makes it hard, but it doesn't have to mean it. Most people start that way. So you can become an influencer. Each and every one of you has the opportunity to become an influencer. And nobody starts as an influencer. You're not born an influencer. So it really is an even slate for everyone. It's what you make of it. It's what will you do with this opportunity with social media. It's how you think about it. It's what value you give, and things that I'll talk about in today's video. But what you want to strive for is to become an influencer. But very rarely do people start as an influencer. So it's all a journey. One big, I guess, warning I would share with you is manage your expectations if you're not already an influencer. So if you don't have success yet in your business, you don't have any success online yet, those kind of things, then you're probably not an influencer yet. But each and every one of you has the capacity to become one if you work hard at it. So it's not a disadvantage if you're not one now, because you can become one. You absolutely can become one. Take me, for example. I knew nothing really about social media to the extent that I do now until, well, the last year or so. I've just been learning it, and I've learned to really love it. So, but it's something that I've learned. I was in the corporate world. I was a general manager in a completely different industry. I was lobbying politicians and talking to members and stuff like that, like nothing to do with this world. Did I have any influence in social media or network marketing? Zero, guys. Zero. I had been in the industry for a little bit, but I started researching online because everything was going backwards. My team was declining. I wasn't recruiting, like I was losing people faster than I was recruiting them. And I got to the stage where I didn't want to talk to anybody about my business anymore because I didn't like the industry anymore. It was hard work. So I came online wanting to learn the online world because I wanted a different way. But I had no experience to speak of in the online world when I went online. So it doesn't mean you can't grow and learn and all those kind of things to become an influencer and be successful online. Just manage your expectations as how long that is going to take. If you've already got massive following, you've got huge charisma that oozes out when you see people, and you're just one of those people that walks into the room and you just hi, and everyone's drawn to you because you're magnetic. Unless you're one of those people that just everyone goes, oh, you're amazing. Which most people are not. Well, most people in network marketing are actually introverts. Is that you? Like, do you consider yourself an introvert? Are you quiet? Do you like your own company and you're happy with that? Like, I'm a bit the same. I'm not extroverted by any means. Some of you might think I am, but I'm not. I'm really quite quiet and shy, and I got told off for that yesterday by my mentors. I'll share that with you in a sec. I just happened to learn to have loved live video, but I didn't get on my first live video and talk as easily as I do now. It's just a learning curve, guys. But if you're not got that kind of following, personality, influence and stuff like that, then don't expect to be successful straight away. It's going to take a while. Yeah. So hello, Cindy. How are you? The magic happens. Absolutely. Oh, I keep flicking my mouse and then I lose completely where I am. Hang on, where are we? We got Andrew on. How are you? And Andrew's saying hello. He's got all the emojis going on. Good to see you here. Mel's saying hello to everyone. Oh, you're being very warm and fuzzy to everybody today, which is awesome. Expectations need to be managed. That's a big part of where people think they're a failure, but they're not, is to manage their expectations in what kind of credibility or authority you've even got to be online. And if you don't really have that credibility or authority, you need to build on it. And there's certain things that you can do to help with that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Take time for yourself. Do not burn out. No, I will. I've actually been quite good. I've been allowing myself to sort of have a bit of time. I'm not sure why this all came about. Maybe because my body went, oh, you finally relaxing, Helen. The body react. We've got Gabor on. How are you? Good to see you on. Tracy, I've been with technology my entire life and I'm still adapting. Yeah, we've always got to adapt when it comes to technology. So good to see you guys all here. Oh, so you are behind. It's in the description of all my live videos last week, Anya, and it starts on the 30th of January. So I haven't got it in the description of this one, but just scroll down to any of my live videos last week and, oh, well, you're already in the group. So just go to the group. The new dates are already in there. So yeah, 30th of January is when the next video challenge starts, okay? Okay, what else did I need to tell you? Today, okay, if you are a life member of my coaching community and you finished the last video challenge, the November-December video challenge, we have a live Zoom call just for you guys in just over half an hour, 35 minutes, okay? Those of you that indicated that were eligible for that and indicated that you wanted to be on that call, I have sent you the Zoom link. If there's somebody sitting there listening that's like, oh, that's me, but I don't have the Zoom link, it means you didn't let me know you wanted to be on the call, but you better message me pretty quickly so you can get the Zoom link so you can be on that call. What I've decided to do, though, is those of you that are life members that have completed any video challenge, I will send you the recording of this call because I'm going to share some stuff on that call I've never shared before. And just to explain that, some of you may know that I am a mentor for students for a mentorship company based out of the US. Okay, so I mentor students continually on building a business online and becoming an online entrepreneur. But to be a mentor, I get evaluated every 3 months as to whether I'm up to speed in, how I teach and train and coach and mentor students. And if I'm not up to speed, I'm not allowed to continue as a mentor. So every 3 months we get evaluated. They listen to the recordings of our calls and make sure that I'm doing the best job that I possibly can to help people, mentor people, move people through their stuff. Almost came out, mental blocks, all that kind of stuff. So yesterday we're having this evaluation, 2 hours they evaluated me. We're going through this process and they didn't realize, and I didn't realize until I crunched the numbers, some of the successes I had last year, particularly the last 3 months of last year. But I never talk about it because it's not my style to gloat. And they're like, you need to inspire people with what you've achieved and what you're doing. And what you're doing, you need to share more of how you're doing that so other people can do it too. So what I've just decided to do with this call with the life members that finished the video challenge in November, December, I'm going to share a bit of that journey with you guys. I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've done to get the results that I've had, and I'm going to share with you what those results were. But if you are a life member listening now, or they're on the recording, and you have completed a video challenge in the past, I will send you the recording because I want you to listen to what I'm going to have to say. And it's a little bit hard to share that kind of stuff because I'm not somebody that sort of gloats, but I think as they were telling me, you need to share that. So I'm going to share. Okay. So I'll see you in about half an hour, those of you that are eligible for that Zoom call, and I'll send you guys the recording that are on the live call, and I'll send the recording to the other life members that have completed a previous video challenge because I want you to listen to what I have to say. Okay. So that's what's coming up. Next week is a branding course. So I work with you for a month to sort out your brand, or we rework your brand or your page or your content or promoting your page or whatever it is that you need. So the link above is there. And if you are a member of my online crew coaching community, you get a $50 discount. So you have to message me for that link, or it's actually in the online crew community group. Okay. So that's just a little bit update of what's going on. Okay. So let me get into the content for today because I need to get ready for that call. Okay. So I'm going to give you 3 things to think about. If you're sitting there thinking, who's going to listen to me? How do I build a brand when I don't have any success yet? The first thing I would say to you is, just on the back of what I said before, I'm no different to you. I'm just further ahead in the journey. I didn't have any credibility, any influence, any results in this space a few years ago. Okay. None at all. So I was in the same position then as potentially you might be now. And I was doing live videos and started a page and feeling all those awkward feelings and self-doubt and all the rest of it. So what did I do? So for one thing, and I mean, you know, when everyone else has sort of fallen off the wagon, I'm still here, guys. I'm still consistently here. I'm still consistently giving value. I've just never given up. Oh, I'll show you my t-shirt today. Don't quit. Never, ever, ever, ever quit. Okay? So can-do attitude. You can do anything you want to do. You've just got to be consistent when everyone else is sort of falling off, okay? So I didn't have any expertise in social media. I didn't have any success in recruiting anyone online yet. I do now, but I didn't back then. So I've mentioned this numerous times, and if this hasn't sunk in yet, let it sink in now. If you want to earn more money online, if you want to recruit people, if you want people to reach out to you, if you want to get somebody's email address, if you want somebody to message you and be curious about what it is, be more valuable on social media. Stand out from the crowd. Do things that other people are not willing to do. Do things for free that other people are not willing to do. Do not put all your eggs in one basket of Facebook advertising. I'm going to go deeper into that on my Zoom call with my life members, okay? Those of you that are doing Facebook advertising is not what's going to make you successful. It will help. It might speed up results. It could get you some leads, could get you some high quality leads as long as your targeting and all that kind of stuff is correct and you've got some training around how to do successful Facebook ads. And remember, my boot camp this month is, if you're in my coaching community and you're running ads, put your ad up to be reviewed by me. Let me look at your work. Let me look in your ads manager. Let me look at your ad copy, and I will share with you my thoughts about whether it's any good or not. If you don't know how to read your metrics, I'll read them for you. Let's learn together on what you're actually physically doing out there with Facebook ads, business pages, posts, whatever. I'm happy to review the lot. For those of you in my online crew coaching community, that's Ad Boot Camp coming up in 2 weeks' time, okay? You need to be in the coaching community to participate in that, though, okay? So become more valuable. Teach people things. Learn things. You know how it goes, ILT. Invest, learn, teach. Invest in something, a program, some mentorship, some training. Learn it. Turn around it and teach it to others. And when you're teaching somebody something that is valuable to them, you become more valuable. When you become more valuable, people start to trust you. When people start to trust you, know, like, and trust you, the quickest way to do that is through Facebook Lives. No question about it. Not Facebook advertising, Facebook Lives, or draw people to your page from your advertising, that kind of stuff. Totally different discussion. But what are you teaching people? What value are you giving to people? Consistent value that only will be beneficial to you when you know who your target market is, you know who you're serving, you know who you're offering value to, and you know what problems you're solving for people. If you don't know the answers to that question and you're a bit all over the place, then you don't know your brand and you're wasting your time on social media. Okay? So you don't have to be an expert to be helpful to somebody. Somebody could give you a piece of advice that is a nobody, but it was just something that struck with you and thought, that is exactly what I need to do. Or that was a really awesome suggestion. You don't need to be famous to give somebody an awesome suggestion. You don't need to have massive results on social media to say something to somebody that's valuable. You don't need to be somebody of influence to inspire somebody. You just don't, guys. You need to be raw, authentic, genuine, and teach people stuff that they don't already know. You only need to be a couple of steps ahead of the person that you're teaching something to. So get out of your head that you have to have results to be successful. When you get results, does it help with your credibility? Of course it does, because then you've got results to speak of. So it helps. Obviously it helps. But you don't have to have results to be somebody that inspires somebody with a message that they just needed to hear that day. You don't have to have results to be somebody who's hardworking and dedicated and focused and learn something. And it's like, I reckon that would be beneficial to other people. I'm going to talk about that today. Somebody listens to you and they're like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And you help somebody. You may not even know it because you do a live and they don't even comment or engage or interact with you, but you never know who's listening. So never give up. Keep investing, keep learning, keep turning around, teaching it, become more valuable on social media, whether you've got results or not. Because then you'll get results. And then every little small win you can talk about and it raises your credibility. Okay? So number one, you invest, you learn, you teach. You don't have to be successful to do that. Number two, tap into people's emotions. People buy on emotion. People don't buy just on facts. People buy because they think it's going to make a difference in their life. People buy because of what this thing is going to give them. So say I'm in a weight loss company or something like that and I've got a shake. People don't buy my shake because of what's in the shake. People buy my shake because of what the shake is potentially going to help them do, which is lose weight. So it's not your thing, it's the emotion attached to what the thing is going to do. So what happens when people lose weight? They feel more confident. When people feel more confident, they smile, they've got more energy, they want to catch up with people more, they want to be more sociable because they're happy. The flow-on effect when somebody feels good about themselves is dynamite. That's what people are buying. They're not buying the physical thing. They're not buying your system. They're not buying your product. They're buying what the product does for them. So tap into that emotion. Don't tap into this stuff. Nobody cares about this stuff. Don't put posts up about this stuff. Tell stories. If you don't have your own story, use somebody else's story. To the extreme of this, think of Oprah Winfrey. I've used this example many times. Think about what Oprah's done in life. When you think of Oprah, do you think she's inspirational? Do you look up to somebody like Oprah? Majority of you will. If Oprah suggests something, it flies off the shelves. People just buy it because she recommended it. Could be a piece of crap, but because Oprah recommended it, it must be a good thing to do. But think about how she got famous. She got famous by interviewing other people. She got famous by talking about other people's stuff. Think about that for a minute. She built an influence. She became famous not because she was amazing in herself. She was sharing other people's stories. She's sharing other people's successes. She's sharing things that she knew would be valuable to people out in the big wide world. She became famous and a massive influencer on other people's stories. You don't have to have your own story. You don't have to have your own success. You can interview other people. You can use other people's testimonials. You can tap into people's emotions by sharing valuable, like physical stories about people and what things have done for them and how life's changed for them and whatever. You don't have to be the hero. Other people can have the successes around you and you just share it. So please get rid of this concept that you have to be successful yourself as an individual to become an influencer online. You don't. You just need to be you. Oprah is still Oprah. It's her personality. Like if she stood there and did all her shows, sharing other people's stories like this and, this is Tom Cruise and he jumped on my couch. You've all seen that, haven't you? When she interviewed Tom Cruise and he jumped on the couch because he was so happy. I think it was when he was seeing Katie Holmes or something way back then. Like it's how she delivered the message. It's her enthusiasm. It's how she interviews. It's how she delivers the story. That's your job. How are you delivering the story? How are you delivering the message? How are you inspiring people by who you are and what you bring to the table? That's your job. But you don't have to be successful to do that. And please let that sink in. You don't have to be successful to start building a brand. You just need to want to do it. You need to want to invest. You need to want to learn. You need to want to share and do it consistently. So when everyone else gives up, you're still there. I'm still here, just banging away 5 days a week, going live. I'm still here. Dedication, focus, guys. Okay, so telling stories and tap into people's emotion. People don't buy the thing. They buy the story about the thing. They buy the hope of what the thing is going to give them. So tap into that in your posts, your lives. Inspire people about what the thing can bring them. Don't worry about the thing. Inspire people with hope. Inspire people with results. Inspire people with the future version of themselves that they don't even know that they can achieve yet. But what you've got can get them there. Inspire people with that, guys. You don't need to be successful to inspire people with that. Okay? And if you don't have your own results yet, go and interview quite a few people that do. It's all Oprah did. Last one. The other opportunity that you've got, which is what I did, is right off the back of an exposure agent until you get success yourself. And this is something that I go deeper into my branding course, because you're probably thinking, what the hell's an exposure agent? You may not have enough knowledge yet. You may not have enough skill yet. You have your own training yet. You may not write your own blogs yet. You may not have a library of training videos that you've done yet. You might not know what to sort of talk about. But there are other organizations, mentorship companies that do. So you use their resources, their materials. This is where the invest, learn, teach comes in. Invest in something from somebody else, turn around and teach it. They are your exposure agent. Okay? I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but that's exactly what I've done. I joined an exposure agent, a mentorship company. I used their resources. I used their videos. I used their credibility, used their blogs, sent people back to that because I didn't have any blogs of my own. Didn't have any videos or, credibility of my own. So you use somebody else's credibility and right off the back of that to help you build your own. Very, very powerful. That's what I've done on my journey. So I would encourage you to explore, what an exposure agent is. If you want more detail on that or how to do it, then that's the kind of thing that I go through in my branding course. If you're in my coaching community and you don't know what that is a good question to ask in the coaching community, okay? Because there are other bodies, mentorship companies that have a plethora of resources and videos and stuff like that you can use to your advantage to make you look good because it's awesome content and there's awesome resources, but you haven't had to create it. Thinking of, and one example of that, it could be you're on a network marketing company. Let's say we'll go back to the shakes. Let's just say it's health and wellness, that kind of sort of business. So let's say that company has information on recipes or diets or tips and health things and whatever. So you use what they've got, invest in that, turn around and teach it to others. So you look credible, you know what you're talking about, but you haven't actually created the resources. They've come from the exposure agent, which is your network marketing company. You're just not mentioning who the network marketing company is. So you use their intelligence, their research, their marketing materials, their videos, their blog posts. So it's all really good content because that's what they specialize in. So you haven't had to create it. You use their resources. You turn around and teach it to others. So you look like you know a lot because you've learned it and you turn around and teaching others. That's one example of an exposure agent. Okay. So there are ways and means to help you build your credibility and authority on social media. And you don't have to create all the original content, which exhausts you in the beginning. I know what that's like. It's like, I don't know what to talk about this week. I still use other people's material and learn from other people and turn around and teach it to you guys. I'm continually using an exposure agent to teach you guys things. So there are smarter ways to give you credibility and authority online. and you don't have to create everything on your own, which is exhausting on social media. Okay, so there's 3 sort of strategies that you can use to help build your brand if you don't have any success yet. Okay, so I hope that's helpful, or it makes you think, because those of you that are sitting there still, that have those thoughts, I'm a nobody. Anybody that starts online is generally a nobody in the beginning. So work at it, but do it smartly, guys. Those of you that know me well know there's 2 things that I really dislike, and that's wasting money and wasting time. We don't want you to waste time on social media. We want you to be really effective. We want you to establish your brand, know what content that is congruent with that brand, and start building fans and followers that know, like, and trust you. You become more valuable on social media. So then you get people into your funnel. They become a lead. They buy something off you. They join your business, all those kind of things. But you've got to establish those sort of things first. Okay. Does that make sense to you guys? I hope that makes sense. Awesome. Yes, an exposure agent sets the way. Well, it just gives you content and credibility when you don't have it yourself. That's really and that's my journey. That's what I did. That's why I'm where I'm at today, because I didn't know what to do in the beginning. So I rode off the back of an exposure agent. I still do, guys. I still have that relationship. Okay. Highly recommend Helen's branding course. Amazing. Oh, thank you, Mel. You just surf and ride the wave that someone has created, then give them a testimonial and watch things develop. Yeah, testimonials are amazing as well. The resources are always there. You just have to tap into it, but do not claim it. Take the info and use that in your own words. Good point, Matthew, because, people say, well, what about, confidentiality and plagiarism and all those kind of things. There's ways and means around that makes it absolutely completely fine. And when you give credit where credit is due, if you learn things, like you might learn something from one of my videos, and you might regurgitate that in your own words and deliver it, and that's fine. And other people will say, I was listening to, a video of Helen Martins the other day, and she mentioned something really interesting that I wanted to share with you. So you give credit where credit is due. Do I not always, guys, share stuff with you from Mel Robbins, but I tell you that it's not my stuff, it's Mel's. I did that earlier this week in Kerwin Ray as well. It was his content, not mine. So I don't sit here and profess to be this amazing guru in personal development. It's not. It's stuff I learned from him, and then I share it with you, but I give them the credit because it's their content, not mine. That's also an example of, an exposure agent. Okay? Okay, sounds good, but I don't know what to learn. I need to know what to learn. You need to know your brand. That's what I would say to you. Work out how you want to brand yourself, and then you'll know what exposure agent to go and look for. Do you want to push your product, or do you want to push your business? If you want to push your product, go back to, your network marketing sort of business, and you use their sort of authority. If you want to really push your business side of it, then you use a marketing mentorship company that specializes in that area. If you need suggestions, then message me, because that's what I've done. Okay? Or ask that question in the coaching community. Our next live Q&A course, or the next boot camp, that's something we can explore if you want to, because it's so powerful. I know it because I'm doing it. And I'm going to share that with those of you on the live call I'm going to get off this call in just under 15 minutes. I'll share a bit of that with you. Okay? Sorry, I just read that. I never knew what an exposure agent was. Thank you. I may need one in the future. What I could say to you guys is it's really hard to do it on your own when you don't have credibility, influence, authority. You're a magnet to people. You just show up and people go, oh, or you've got a really, really large network of people. This is where it's hard for network marketers, because there's some people that can do it the traditional way and do it really, really well. And that's what they teach their downline. So uplines are saying, just make your list of your 100 and talk to them, send them messages, send messages every day. Who have you sent your 10 messages to today and whatever, because they did it the traditional way, because they had a network, or they've got that kind of personality that they've just got the gift of the gab. There are people that can do network marketing really, really well traditionally because they've got things that you need to be successful in that way, like a large network, like influence, like their larger than life personality that they can talk to anybody under the table. So it will work. Traditional methods will work for those kind of people. Unfortunately, most people well, it's not unfortunate, it's just it is what it is. Most people are introverted. Most people are scared to talk to people about their network marketing opportunity. So, there are other ways and means, which is like me. I don't openly go up to people and talk to them about my network marketing business. I don't talk to anybody anymore openly unless I establish a need with somebody, and then I'll mention it openly about my network marketing opportunity. I do it all online, and I use systems and my exposure agent and all those kind of things to get me the leads that help build my business and whatever. But I know who my target market is. I know what I'm offering. I know what they're teaching, all of that, because that's all about building a brand. So if that's all really fuzzy for you guys, whether you do my course or not, work out your brand first. And then you can ride off the back of the appropriate exposure agent to help you get there. Because it's bloody tough to do on your own. Really, really tough to do on your own. Anyway, okay, so I better go because, just in about 10 minutes, those of you that are life members of my coaching community that completed the last video challenge in November, December, I'm going to share some stuff with you I have never shared before. Those of you that are life members that have completed a previous video challenge, I am happy to share the recording with you because I'd rather you have the information than not. So send me a message and say, can I have the recording when it's ready? I'm happy to share that with you. Okay. So guys, I hope that's useful for you and that you get some value out of that. And just think, you don't have to be successful to do this at all. Just manage your expectations in how long it's going to take if you're not somebody of influence already. Okay, so I will see some of you in a minute and I will see the rest of you hopefully same time tomorrow. Okay, see you guys.